Hi Capron Cubs, it's Miss Drake. I hope you guys had a good spring break and are ready to come back and get to work. I know it wasn't the break that we're used to or the break that we really wanted to have. I know that personally Miss Drake wanted to be sitting on a beach and getting ready for coming back and starting SOLs and getting ready for the end of the year. Sorry, I'm sitting outside. It's a little bit windier today than it was this morning. But I kind of wanted to give you guys an update as far as where we are. So coming back from spring break, we did have a meeting with our superintendent, or the superintendent had a meeting on Monday during spring break. And she posted an update on that, and we're kind of getting updates now as of what it is that they want us to grade. It looks like they're still going to be sending home some report cards for you guys, so please be sure you're getting your work done. I will send a message out to parents this evening letting them know what work I need from the last couple of packets. And starting next week when you get your new packet from me, it will have up there exactly what I'm going to grade each day and exactly what you're responsible for each day. We also know that we've been sending home lots of work for you guys because we're trying to get done what we would normally get done in class. But we know that you're at home and you don't always have parents there to help you. So we're going from, a couple hours worth of work to just a few hours worth of work. Well, it sounds about the same. But we're going from about 3.5 hours of work that we were prepping for to more like 2 hours of work that we're prepping for. So you'll just have one main worksheet for reading and one main worksheet for Virginia Studies for each day. There may be the occasional day where I've given you something easy and might throw in a little something extra. But we're hoping that we can minimize the amount of work we have. We also created a Facebook group page where parents can go in and log in and print the packets off from the Facebook group. We're also going to create an early finishers bin via our Facebook group for those of you who finish your work quickly and would like some more to do. But just to kind of go over our work this week, so in your packets this week, I know it's a little bit long. I know I'm giving you some new stuff for Virginia Studies, so I wanted to just give you a couple of directions from me. I'll start with reading. So on Monday, you guys were instructed or were given a roll a story, and your roll a story instructions look like this. And just to go over, you guys, we created a roll a story earlier in the year. In Miss Hewitt's homeroom, we created one about Miss Wren turning into this princess and was dating Aladdin, I think. I don't know. It was kind of all over the place. And then in my homeroom, we did one with a zombie attack. So you guys have had a roll a story before, so I want you guys to work on this again. I would like you to try for 5 paragraphs just because that's what we've been working on in class. That's what you're going to be doing in middle school when you move on to middle school next year. It is not due until the end of next week. So you have 2 weeks to complete this. So please don't stress about getting it done this week. You should not be sitting at your paper all day working on it. It's something that if you work on a little bit each day, it shouldn't be hard to get done because this is more of a creative writing for you. So you guys were instructed to roll a dice. I'm sorry, I'll get a little closer so you can see. You guys were instructed to roll a dice, and on there you had different characters, you had settings, and problems that were all related to Capron Elementary. So once you guys roll this, and definitely be fair, we know that some of them are funnier than others. Like, can we really imagine Miss Wren getting lost on a field trip to the zoo? I mean, that would be pretty hysterical. But you guys need to make sure you're honest because we talked about how fun it is to create a creative story based on what we roll. So when you guys finish this is something I will be grading. So please send it my way when you are finished. Okay. Also in reading, you have 2 of these worksheets, and I just kind of wanted to go over them real quick. The rest is pretty self-explanatory. You have 2 coloring worksheets like this where you guys read a little mini passage, you go into the back and answer a question, and then it has in parentheses green, purple, black. Depending on the answer choice you choose, that is the color that you're going to color the corresponding number in the back. Sorry, windy. But that is the number you're going to color the corresponding number in the back. If you have questions about that or questions about the questions in the passage, please reach out to me and I'm more than happy to answer them. But I thought it would be something more fun than sitting giving you a passage and you answering questions and going back in the passage. And you guys have done that a lot and you know what to do. So I wanted to give you something that went a little bit above and beyond. So moving on to Virginia Studies because I know that's where the area of concern is this week. So in your Virginia Studies packet, I have given you, it starts off with a set of notes. Yours looks a little bit bigger than mine. It's just the way mine printed off. but you're given a set of notes. These notes are verbatim from our notes that we create ourselves. So you guys have, it's 3 pages of notes to be able to look at, and then you're doing the fill in the blank notes that we do in class anyway. You guys know how to cut and paste these and glue them into your notebook, and all you're doing is filling in the blank that goes with them. You may color if it asks you to color. You may highlight if it asks you to highlight. You can cut and paste them however you want. I know I give you specific instructions in class, but this is just more about completing this. I know you have a lot of notes this week. VS9 is a really big unit, but I didn't want you guys to have notes for like 3 weeks. So my goal is to give you the notes for the 2 weeks and then have activities for a couple of weeks so that you guys can go back and relearn some of this stuff and make sure that you have a good understanding. So if you have any questions about the notes, if you left your notebook at school, Dr. Francis has them to give to you. So when you go through and pick up your packet, or you're going through and picking up your meals, or one day you're just riding by Cape Wren, Miss Wren will get it for you. They all know where they are. I put them out front so you guys could pick them up if for some reason you did not have them at home. Those will not be graded. Those are for you, but the activities that go with them will be. The fly swatter game instructions. So this is a game that I do with you guys, or would have done with you guys to prepare for the SOL test, because you have a lot of people in VS9 that you have to learn about. So you're going to take the people that you have, and I thought I had printed off a picture of Robert, but anyway, I did not. So when you go through this, you're going to go through and the directions are available for you, the materials that you need. If you have a fly swatter at home, great, you can use that. If not, use a paper towel holder, use, it really does not matter to me. A toilet wand, if it's clean, it doesn't matter. So you guys will come in and have the pictures printed off in front of you. They should have been attached to your packet to make it easy. If you have a parent or sibling or aunt or uncle or grandparent at home that can go back to your study guide and just read you a couple of questions off your study guide, and then you're going to hit the person that it belongs to. You can race each other. You can have your siblings join in, and you can time yourselves, and you can see who can get it done faster. You can do whatever you want as long as that's a good study tool for you. So it should be something that makes studying these people a little bit easier, because there's a lot. You know, we've talked a little bit about Arthur Ashe, and you know, we've done all that stuff with our projects, and we've did a Maggie Walker, but it's different when it is not taught in class for you guys. So I want you guys to have as much repetition as you can. So we'll continue to work on all those people over the next couple of weeks. We are trying to get in touch with all of our students. We really miss them and are trying to call just to catch up with them and make sure that work is going smoothly. If you did not get our remind message to sign up for a time slot for your student, please go back and do that. Miss Hewitt and I have set up our Facebook page additionally, and we just want to make sure that parents are both on Remind and on our Facebook group, because we're sending out as much information as we can regarding your students' education, and we're still not hearing from a lot of our parents. So if you know a parent that you're friends with on Facebook and you've joined the Facebook group, this is for parents, not students. Please invite them to join our Facebook group as well if they are a 5th grade parent. We're trying to do the best we can to keep up and in touch with all these parents, but we're having a difficult time doing so with the craziness of our world and trying to get things delivered. If you guys have any questions for us, please feel free to call. We both did set up Google Voice numbers, so we have personal phone numbers we can give you now if that makes it easier for us to reach you. We will be getting in touch with you on a weekly basis, so please look forward to our phone calls as we look forward to talking to your students. If you have any questions for us, please let us know. Oh, and Finn says hi.